go.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Our
Ba'Shem,
Bashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua,
Ba'Shem
Bashem,
Rakakwadash.
Kakdash.
All right, also double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you brothers out there. And we just want to get into a quick lesson, all right? And basically how laziness, equals, wickedness, all right? Because in the Gospels, it actually says that in one of the parables, and I believe it's with the talents. And you had one of the servants, instead of producing, all right, he decided to hide his talent in a napkin, and he buried it in the ground. And then it said what he was called, what a wicked and slothful servant. So wickedness or a slacky, so basically slothfulness or laziness. All right, that means you're actually wicked. Okay,
Yeah.
you know.
Let's see, what is that? Luke 19 or something like that. I know it's in Luke, what you just quoted.
Huh. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember, and so I can't forgot my phone. But
Uh,
but yeah. With that being said, yeah, Jake, you got to get to work, okay? And the scriptures say in John the 21st chapter, if Yahweh Shai asked Peter this, if you love me, feed my sheep, right? He made that statement to the apostle Peter, okay? And look, hey, we got to get to work, you know. We're not here for a hangout. We're not here to be social media prophets, okay? Hey, you got to go out there and preach and teach. And then, if you're in Great Millstone, you already know the standard. You got to make 3 videos a week, okay? And it's funny because we just had we had the Apostle Ramlab here, a couple different, camps, come to the Midwest regional meeting. And what did the Apostle Ramlab say? Elder Malcolm would say, look, if you're low in the spirit, you're not maybe you're not so strong, okay, because you're new in the faith, so you don't you're not as good with getting precepts and all these things. You're not good with topics. Get with another brother, man. That's why what does it say in Ecclesiastes? It says 2 is better than 1.
yeah,
Right?
Ecclesiastes 11.
Ah,
I got that parable. I got the one in Matthew's. There's
okay.
another one in Luke. There's another one in Luke too. Luke and Matthew's go hand in hand.
Yep.
So it's Matthew's 25:14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and deliver unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several abilities, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that hath received 2, he also gained another other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged into earth and hid his Lord's money.
Mm.
So pretty much he didn't do nothing with the whatever the knowledge the Lord gave him. He didn't do nothing with it, man.
Yep.
So it says, for after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoned with them. And so he had received 5 talents, came and brought the other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. And his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant.
Ooh.
Thou hast,
Okay, can
yeah.
I say this real quick?
Oh yeah, you got it, brother.
And the reason why he's called a good and faithful servant is because, as it says in the book of James, it says, I'm going to show you my faith, what? By my works.
My works, yep.
All right.
That's it.
And you got to remember that it's impossible to please the Lord without faith. So you have to have faith which that goes hand in hand with your works. Okay,
Yeah.
you see?
Yeah. That's say you because you're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna if you something you didn't believe in, you're not gonna put in the work, man, for it.
Exactly.
You know, that's it, man. So it says, what did I leave off? Okay, I got well done. Yeah, verse 21 is Matthew 25:21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, and over a few things I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He that also had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. It's true, we're all gonna get the same penny, man.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
You know. So this verse 24. Then he which had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gather where thou hast not strawed. Um, verse 25. And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent into the earth. Lo, there thou hast that in thine. His Lord said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I have sown not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou art therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at thy coming I shall receive my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him and give it to him that have 10 talents. All right. Unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that have not shall be taken away even that which he has. You know, as scriptures say, guys who did do the work, if they fall out, go back in the world, the works they done is not remembered, man.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
see,
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, um, that's in the book of Ezekiel, if I'm not mistaken. It speaks on that.
yeah,
And look, I'll say this: as fast as you got this truth, right, from Yahweh Shemi Shai, if you're not producing, the Lord can strip that spirit from you, and you're through. Look at what
yep,
happened to King Saul. Okay, also Judas Iscariot. The second, hey, the Lord didn't have that hedge around him. What, that evil spirit or Satan? Okay, hopped on him, and then it was a wrap. And
oh yeah,
and we talk about this all the time because we've seen many fallouts, and they're in the worst case scenario. You know, they're in the
that's
worst
it.
case scenario. You had you had Jeremiah. All right, he bumped into he saw from afar off one of these fallouts from our camp, and mind you, this guy was a bigger dude. Okay, a good like probably what like 275. He was like basically like a little linebacker, I guess you could say, right?
Right,
You know, and
Teddy Bear. That's why I
yeah,
call him Winnie the Pooh.
yep. you know, but he was a bigger dude, and your mom said that dude probably dropped down to like 175 or something, you know, give or take. He lost like 100 pounds. All right, and then when I say he was a bigger dude, he wasn't necessarily. I mean, he was a little, a little bit chunkier, but he would be naturally like a big guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So for him to drop to that weight, that's insane. You know.
yeah.
Then the other guy, he's sitting there on the back porch soaking up the sun, you know, like he's Cheryl Crow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What the fuck?
All right.
That dude. Yeah, on that fleece.
Yeah, 95 degrees out and have a
Yeah.
fleece on, bugged out,
Soak up
man.
the sun. Soak up the sun in a hot ass fleece.
Oh,
And
nuts,
the
man.
and
But
the, fit and the fisherman hat on. I bet you had that on.
oh yeah, he exactly. You already know it.
Oh shit!
He's an NPC character now.
Right.
You know. Hey, but point being though is that we've seen a lot of guys that have come and go, and those are just two that we're mentioning. Hey, there's other guys out there that have you know got a bunch of tattoos after they left the truth. The one dude ended
Mm-hmm.
up dealing, and it wasn't in the Chicago camp. Actually, he was never officially in GMS, but he was a guy that was like listening and learning. He would like be on social media, DMing brothers for information, breakdowns, etc. Right? This dude ended up
Mm-hmm.
becoming a tranny lover, no lie. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that
I don't
dude.
know. Yeah, yeah, yep. All right, so this ain't no joke, man. That's why
Yeah.
you gotta, I think the scriptures say that also in the book of Ecclesiastes. You know, I forgot how it's exactly worded, but it says something under the lines of, whatever you do, give it your all. I know I'm butchering it, but it says something under that nature. All right.
Oh, you
Look,
talking about the one in the Apocrypha?
no, this is, I believe, it could be Sirach, but I believe it's in the Ecclesiastes. Um, like I said, I know I'm butchering it, Salakia. I can't remember
Uh-huh.
exactly how it's worded, but it says something under the lines, like I said, of whatever whatever you're doing, give it your all.
Okay.
Something.
Let me see.
Maybe it's the
Let me
11th
see about.
chapter.
Let me see if I can find it.
All right, but that's what we're supposed to be doing. You know, we're supposed to be giving it our all. And, you got to be. And I'll say this: by giving it your all, you're really showing the Lord that you're thankful and grateful that you got this opportunity, that you are you you're thanking the Lord for renewing your mind. Okay, because you look, man, you could be back in the world doing whatever you were doing. All right, some people were into partying, some people were gang banging, some people were Christians. All right, some people were into that Greek fraternity lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You could have been you know knee deep in these things. But now the Lord, He took you out of this madness. All right, and you should be showing the Lord that you really appreciate it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but you got certain guys, that what it is, just something that's on my mind. A lot of these guys, they become complacent. A lot of them, they get that spirit where you know they lost patience too. I've been
Yeah.
doing this for how many years, and the Lord still hasn't come back. Is this even really the truth? They start getting that in their mind, and next thing you know, they don't want to put forth that effort, and they just rather go back into the world and try to succeed in this place that's crumbling anyways. Which I find it
Yeah.
very funny that you got guys trying to make it in this world, and this world is literally falling apart and collapsing right before everyone's eyes. Not just not we're not even just noticing it. You have people in the world that are actually seeing the downfall of this society.
Oh yeah.
They'll put it on comment boards. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Make videos on it.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Yeah.
on,
It's just
man.
like you said. It's just like you setting up shop on a sinking ship, man.
Yeah, yeah. I got
You
that.
know.
Salaki, I got that scripture. I think Ioana's on the comment board, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Oh gosh, Shalom, Joanna.
um, I got this though. This is the one that I was quoting. This is Ecclesiastes 9:10. Whatsoever
Oh,
thy
okay.
hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. You see, like, we got to give
Mm-hmm.
it give it our all. Got to do it with all our might, man. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you see.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's one in Sirach too.
Oh, it's the brother you call. Hey, Shalom. I know you brothers be, all you brothers use the gym as the this morning's page. So I didn't know who it was. I
Oh,
wasn't too sure.
oh Shalom, you call.
Con.
There's another one in I believe it's Sirach. Yeah, here you go. It's Sirach 43 and 30. When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will ye far see. But when you exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary, for
Mm,
you never go far enough. All right. There's another one, Sirach 4:2. It says, as it as it was in your mind to go straight for the Lord, being returned, seeking 10 times more.
that's right.
So that's precept for that Ecclesiastes. So he's supposed to give you all in this thing, man. He's supposed to be slothful, man, in the Lord's business.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
if I had that Matthew 12 we used to talk about earlier, because once you fall out, see, when you come to this truth, the Lord take that demon away from you. But if you go back in the world, Lord will return that demon onto you and put more demons on you, man.
Yep.
This is Matthew 12 and 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walked it through dry places, seeking rest and finding none. Then he said, I will return to my house from whence I came out. Because, the demons looking to get back in, man. Because they tormented if they don't have a body to dwell in, man. All right. So you look for an opening to get back in, man.
Yeah.
So it says, and when he is come, he find it empty, swept, and garnished. Then he goeth, and he taketh with himself several other spirits more wicked than himself. And not necessarily seven spirits. Seven just means the complete number, man.
Yeah.
All right. So who knows how many demons the Lord gonna put on you once you fall out and go back in the world, man. Like Mariala, I guarantee you, because you knew him in the world, I guarantee you, he just as bugged out now as he was when you known him in the world.
Oh yeah. He's worse because there was stuff that he started doing um after he fell out that he never did in the world. You know,
Exactly. That's the
just
whole
like
point. Yeah.
yep. There's a couple things that I noticed. I'm like, you never did this. When we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? Out there in the streets. Doing our thing and shit. You know.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, you're smoking cigars. You're you know doing who knows what. Hanging out with all. I mean, he used to hang out with the different nations too, but now he's on the mix of that. I mean, even dealing with like the older women, like that's something that he really started doing that. A little bit before he fell out, and then when he completely got the boot, man. All of a sudden, like, hey, no lie, this dude is attracted to women who are like 50, 60 years old. Like, bro, these women are way past their prime, bro. Like, what is wrong with you?
he like that dry vagina.
You know,
That's what he's
it's,
investing in lube, man. Goddamn.
it's wild, bro.
That shit. That shit. Yeah. And the nigga, this a decade he wasn't even in.
Exactly. Come on, man.
Like, the hell wrong with this guy, man? You wasn't even born in the '80s, man. How the hell you missed that? And who the hell
Exactly.
wants to go back to that, man? You know how
Exactly.
far off away the kingdom is back in the '80s, man.
Mm-hmm.
We even more closer to the kingdom now than we were in the '80s. Who the hell? This dude's people are crazy, man.
Exactly.
All right,
Hey,
let me
scripture
finish.
say.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick. It says in Ecclesiastes. I'll just quote it. Where it says, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof." Look,
That's
it's
it.
better that we're at the end of this society, man. Look, the quality of life is supposed to go down from music, all right, to artwork, to movies, to your food, so on and so forth. It's supposed to be at an all-time low. These things have to occur, all right. You know,
Yeah, but then, especially if you're Jake, why would you want? Like, I think you said it before, man. Shit. Things ain't. Like the movies and the TV. It wasn't like that in the real world back in that time, especially for you damn Jakes, man.
exactly. These things were, like you said, that's something that Hollywood made up. You know what I mean? That wasn't
Yeah,
the reality of what was going on. All
that's it,
right.
man. It was
Hey,
only good for Esau. That was it.
exactly. You were getting screwed out of getting homes. You couldn't go into certain areas, even in those time areas like the 70s and 80s. Now, yeah, Jake may be they were able to pop their head in an Edomite area, right? You know how, the area where I grew up in, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, you may be able to go, you know, get some grub from, you know what I'm saying, some Italian spot, but you better not be caught there, walking around the neighborhood like that. You better be on the main streets, get your food and dip. You know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
go on the other side of the Dan Ryan. That's where you belong. That's how it was, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
That's it, man.
So what's this guy talking about, bro? Like, he's
Yeah.
bugged out, man.
Yeah. Jake. Yeah. Then my area with Jake moved in. They moved right out, man, and turned to the damn hood, man.
Oh, exactly. Look at Oak Lawn now.
Yeah. Oakland, right? That's
Hopefully
Evergreen
Tim is
Park,
getting mad
Oakland.
too.
Yeah. That shit. They ain't. Look, man. I grew up in that area my whole life, man. It's a completely different than what it was back in the '90s or the '80s and shit, man.
Yep.
It's true.
But these guys,
Uh,
they're like, what it reminds me of is the scripture say it in the book of Luke. Remember Lot's wife, and what did Lot's
hmm
wife do? She looked back, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what these guys are doing. They're looking back, and then they're missing something from this place. Whatever it is, whatever their desires is, they're missing it. Instead of just
hmm
fighting the flesh and having your eyes single, and and keep moving forward. These guys are looking back, and hey, it's like how it was in the time of Egypt. What did Jake say? Hey, but the melons, the leeks, the onions, you know what I mean?
hmm
They wanted to go back to Egypt, back into slavery because of some food. You know what I mean? That's how Jake is right
hmm
now.
That's it.
Whatever, like I said, whatever their heart's desires, that's what they want now. They want to hang out and be the guy at the club. You know what I'm saying? They want to go and kick it with their family. They want to be amongst all the heathens and be accepted by them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is a waste of time. They ain't gonna accept you no way, regardless of how you act. It's just stupid. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that nigga. He lusting after Madonna at her old age, man. Something definitely wrong with her, man.
Super bugged.
Yeah, but let me finish this off. This after he was 12 and 45, then goeth he and take it with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And like you said, he's worse than he was. He was in the world before he
Yep.
came to the truth, man. So like I said, I know you knew him when y'all was in the world, man. So it
Uh huh.
says, and I'll say this, even the guys when I woke up, even the guys I told this truth to, they accepted it at first and then rejected it. They was even more bugged out than they was, man. Before I told them. All right. See, so it says, and they entered in and dwelt there. The last day of that man is worse than the first.
Mm.
Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. Like you say, he's worse than he was before. And I think you mentioned Saul, when he was disobedient to the Lord, not once, but how many times? Like 2 times, uh, 3, whatever.
Hey, I have to double
Uh,
check. I can't
yeah,
recall.
yeah. Yeah, I can't recall either, but yeah, man. So yeah, what the Lord do, he took the spirit away from Saul and put an evil spirit on him, man.
Yep.
Put the Lord the one put the demons on. The Lord is the one to put the demons on these fallouts, man.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Con.
Right. It was. I think that was on that. Was something else you want me to bring out?
Yeah, if you can get I don't know if this is the same chapter, but I know for sure Revelation 3 and 15. By any chance, does it go into how the Lord's gonna put your candle out? I don't know if it's the same.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm there
'Cause
now. Let me
I
see.
don't know if it's the second chapter or the third chapter. Because I know 3 and 15 goes into I'd rather you be hot or cold. But I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
if you can get that, and then if I don't know if it's in the same chapter, but if it isn't, can you find the one where it says how the Lord's gonna put your candle out? Because that's basically what's gonna
Okay.
happen if you don't put forth effort and you don't do this work. He's gonna just put out your candle. You know.
Okay, let me see. Kindle. I'm looking that up. Uh, yeah, I got the Revelation. Let me see.
Uh,
This is Revelation 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art either cold or nor hot. I would thou I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of thy mouth.
mm,
You know,
exactly. You know, you got to be all in like a poker player. You know. All
yeah,
right. And you can't do
that's
that
it.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, type of deal. And that's what a lot of these guys do. Like, because you even look at even guys like like let's say like Nazariah Taziadia. You know, prior to guys like Mariala. They were all like 1 foot into in the truth and 1 foot in the world. You know, you can't do that.
Mhm.
You just
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't mix. It's like oil and water. It don't mix.
Man. Then Mariala, he just a Saturday Israelite. Really,
Yep.
he really was. He
Mm-hmm.
really was a Saturday Israelite. You know, when it comes time deal online, he got the most to say. Then once that's over, oh, back in that party spirit,
Yep. Exactly.
you know, you know. And I'm no remember Apostle Ramlab when the scriptures brought out. He like, man, you eat some. I think he said some soup. Are you gonna eat it lukewarm,
Oh yeah.
or you want it nice and hot? Man?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly. Who
he
wants
was
warm soup?
right, right. Like you say, you want some lukewarm soup, man. You're gonna spit it right out, man.
Exactly. Yep.
It's nasty to you, man. All right. Let me see. Put the candle out. See if I can find that.
I don't know if it's put your candle out or put your light out. I believe it's candle though, if I'm not mistaken. I
Hey, you
know
know
it's
what
in
I'm gonna do?
Revelation.
I'm Google it. 'Cause you know how you got to be uh, on point word for word when you Google search. I mean, when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
search the script. Yeah. Let me see. King James version. Unless your call can help us out. I don't know if he's still on.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah. Let's
I
see.
got a scripture
King
though that
James.
he posted while you find that.
Okay, go on.
This is from earlier. This is Colossians 2:23. It's like 3:23. It says, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance. For ye serve the Lord Yahweh Shai." And exactly, you got to do it, heartily. You really got to have your mind, um, dead set on this. Okay, scriptures say where your heart is, that's where your treasure is. You know, so you should be focused on preaching His word, teaching, being a good good brother, being charitable. All right, so on and so forth. Those are the things that you should be doing, being kingdom minded. All right, you see, not worrying about the affairs of this life. Who cares about your job? Who cares about that woman? The children. Okay, hey, your pride, your ego, whatever it is. Who cares about that stuff? It's irrelevant. You know. All right.
Exactly, bro. And then he saw just putting we be online, putting your face was going to celebrities, putting your face was going to celebrities. Like, who gives a fuck, man? I just be
Exactly.
I just cut that shit out, man. I don't give a fuck what's going on with them, man. You ain't
Exactly.
supposed to, who cares what's going on with any of these people in the world, man?
The only reason why
You
we
know?
bring them up is because they're examples of what not to be. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
So we do lessons on
Yeah,
it. But other than that, I don't care about the newest rapper. Okay, I don't care
yeah.
about. All right, they did these politics. Right, they had a whole political debate tonight. I don't care about that. Hey, look, I already know the outcome of America. It's gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, man. Why do I care about two Edomites? All right, debating on national television when all it is a big show. It's an act. You know what I'm saying?
Is that? Oh yeah, that debate with Trump and yeah, man. Who cares about?
Hey,
Because they both full of shit anyway. Shit. So
exactly. It's like yeah, it's
yeah.
funny that that's the spirit that I brought that out. I'm bypassing the house, right? It's a Edomite, two Edomites that own it. They're older, like probably like 60, 70 years old, right? They got their door
Uh,
open though, and I'm literally hearing them talk about the debate, and I look up, and they're focused on you know this whole situation, man. I saw their TV, and I saw the two, Trump and Harris. I'm just like,
mm,
hey, give it to these
yeah, that's
people in the
good.
world, man. Let them have it.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Let me see. Like,
Did you ever find it or not? If not, it's all good, man. I wish I had my scripts on me. I don't know how I forgot my phone.
Con. Yeah, I said something I can, but that's talking about the destruction of Babylon. That's the
Yeah,
Revelation 18.
yeah. And I know the scripture that I was quoting. I believe it's the early chapters of Revelation, like maybe 2 or 3. But like I said, if you can't find it, it's cool. No worries.
Oh, okay. Let me look through it then. Let's look through it
Yeah.
and see.
And like I said, pretty much the Lord, He's gonna put out your candle if you don't put in that work, man. Yeah, it's a wrap for you. You know, it might be even in that 3 and 15 if you can like double check. Maybe it might be like a verse or two down.
Let me see. Let me see,
And that's something that we don't want. We don't want the Lord to leave us. And certain guys, as it says in Thessalonians, that it says, was it that 2 and 13, 2 and 14 talks about woe unto them that have lost patience, and it says, what will ye do when the Lord shall visit thee? What are you gonna do, man?
yeah,
You got no protection now. And
that's
that's
it.
because really all these guys at the end of the day, they really have lost patience. Because that really goes into suffering. They didn't want to deal with the afflictions anymore. They didn't want to deal with bearing the cross. They said, forget this, man. I didn't sign up for it. But really, you did, whether you like it or not. You signed up for it, and you got to go from point A to point B with that cross. Don't matter how hard it is, how heavy it is. You got to keep trucking. But certain guys, the scriptures say what? They didn't count the cost. You know, certain guys didn't
That's
think
it.
uh, uh, um, about what was going to happen. And I'll say this: you can't say that the Lord didn't tell you it's in the scriptures, and then you have men who are examples that told you, look, this is what's going to happen more than likely in your life. We tell you, what to expect when you come into this thing. Because my whole thing is by a few months, you should know. All right, you should know if this is for you or not. You know what I
I
mean?
found it. I found
Okay,
it, brother.
the water.
Con. All right. Let me see. This Revelation 2,
Con.
and I started one unto the angel of the church of Ephesus. Right, these things he said, he that holdeth the seven stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of seven golden candlesticks. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, that thou hast tried them which say they are apostles are not, and found them liars, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored and has not fainted. And these fallouts, they fainted, man. All right. These guys, that's the ones who's fainted from doing the works. The laboring is doing the works of the Lord, man. All right. So it says, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love, man.
Ooh.
And the things of this world is more important to them than serving the Lord, man. All right. Well, no matter what it might be, man. All right. See, it says, remember therefore from whence thou hast fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. That's the
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the one. Yep. Exactly.
Hmm.
And if you're falling or half fallen, hey man, repent and just get up. You know,
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. That's what the Lord wants. But certain guys, they just fall into to obscurity. They said, whatever, I
hmm
don't care.
it's just
This,
like
this is not profitable for me. And
yeah,
then really, they're gonna find out that this is the most profitable thing ever.
yeah. They just like fuck it, man. I'm just gonna fulfill the lust of my flesh.
Yep.
The hell with it, man. I'm tired of fighting.
Exactly.
You know,
But yeah, that's pretty much it, Doc. That's all. The water for finding there. Couldn't
no, it's
remember
all
how it
good.
was worded.
Con. Yeah, I
But
ain't had nothing else either.
yeah, that's all I have. We just wanted to do a quick lesson. So hopefully whoever was listening was edified. We're gonna end it, wrap it up. With that, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yeah,
Yahweh,
how Hashem,
Hashem, Yahweh
Hashem,
Shai,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Hakadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all your brothers out there. Shalom and a Baba Ball. Shalom.
Shalom.